Federal authorities have been investigating an apparent smuggling operation involving employees at Waupun Correctional Institution. Governor Tony Evers' office making that announcement today. The probe launched by the DOJ in 2023 has resulted in the suspension of nearly a dozen employees there to date. Evers' office says the request was made after multiple sweeps of housing units found people in the prison had items like phones and illegal drugs. Employees were later found to have been involved, and that financial crimes may have occurred. We now know 4 inmates have died at that prison since last summer, with the latest being on February 22nd. It's unknown if the potential smuggling was at all related to those deaths.